Hi, good evening. So today the link is actually live right now for those of you who want to join the competition. It's in the description. This is from Webnovel itself. They've ended the July one and they've picked their winners. Ta-dang! So in the fantasy, which is lit RPG, we have these are the winners as you can see. Alright, congratulations to all the winners. And in this romance, you have these people over here. So I can't remember what's the previous theme about. No, it's not arranged marriage. Arranged marriage is today's theme. This month's theme. Yeah, I can't exactly remember. What was the theme again? Yeah, I forgot. Okay, but anyways, this month there is another contest. So it lasts until the end of August itself. Write 5,000 words to participate. Alright, so it has to be vetted by the the content editors itself. So these are the topics. For male genre, male lead ML, it's fantasy again, but now it's eternal life, right? So essentially immortality. It can be any kind of thing, but it's immortality. It has to be immortality. And then for FL, which is female lead genres, is romance. If you want to write romance, please write about contract marriage. So it's a marriage, it can be based on love, it can be not based on love, it can be, you know, just funny ones. If you want to write BL, by all means, please go ahead, right? So it's a contract marriage and eternal life. So I will not go into the premise of this because it is very straightforward. These are the examples of books that you can refer to. There are already people who are participating. Look at this. Alright, it's amazing. So some tips for new writers: please vote for yourselves. Alright, look at all these votes. Okay, all these votes are actually tallied for visibility, so it helps you if you vote for yourself even if nobody votes for you. And go to the Webnovel forums itself. Let me show you. Right, so you can see all this here. You can go on the forums over here and look for book reviews or review swaps. Alright, so you want to do it for all your books, especially if it's a new books. Alright, so there, comment swap, review swaps, giving free reviews, all these. Okay, look for people who are doing review and collection swaps, at least 10 review swaps, so that you can get the ratings for your book up. Right, so it doesn't matter if it's shameless, please exercise all shamelessness in here. You will need it if you want to be visible. So the WPC winner, there are 5 to 10 outstanding works. Yeah, so different categories each, it's not collective, and it will be decided by the editors themselves. So it is based on marketability. Is your book going to sell to readers? Will it be marketable? I have a free e-course, links are in the description, talking in depth about how to make a book that's marketable and designing one. But today's gonna be slightly different. Okay, instead of going through all the basics, I'm gonna show you the shortcut for everybody who write not because you like writing, but because you have some spare time, you just want some pocket money, and you want to see if you can get famous from doing this. A very easy way to not go through 10 years of experience to accumulate all that skills and knowledge to write an actually good book. Okay, you just want to write a book that sells. Go here. ChatGPT. In case you don't know, ChatGPT is free. Create an account. I wrote this here, okay? So I was trying it out earlier and I discovered that ChatGPT is actually really good for outlining. If you need a basic outline and you don't know how to do outlining for a novel itself, don't worry, ChatGPT does it all for you. And ChatGPT gives you the framework of what marketing looks like. So it gives you an example. You don't have to copy it entirely. You can actually tweak this to your designs. Alright, so for example, in here they decided that the vampire is going to be a male, but you don't really want this to be male, so you can write this as a female. You can change the name. You can change. He might not be a vampire. It can be a dampier, okay? So he's immune to sunlight or something like that. Or it can be like somebody else, like a cultivator or stuff like this. So if you have a general idea, but you don't know how to go about pacing your novel, I would suggest 120,000 words for new authors. New authors only, 120,000 words. Try not to write more than that, because Webnovel, okay, let me do the math. Alright, Webnovel's MGS requires you to upload at least 1.5k words a day for 4 months straight. So obviously it's going to exceed that. It's 1,500 times, oh no, where is the times? 1,500 words times 30 times 4. Alright, it's gonna be about 18,000 words. So realistically speaking, it's gonna be about 200,000 words, assuming that you upload like 3 times a week or something like that during the WPC competition. If you upload daily, which is about 1,000 words per chapter, it's gonna be 30,000 words. So add on to that, so it's about 200,000 words. But why do I say 120,000 words? Because when you are planning for 120,000 words, newbies, you don't actually write 120,000. You would normally overshot it. It's easier to overwrite than underwrite, honestly speaking. Okay, ChatGPT can fix the problem if you're underwriting. For instance, you finish a chapter, it's 800 words. You need it to be 1,200 words. Easy. Copy the whole thing, go to ChatGPT and say, extend this to 1,200 words. Copy and paste, check the word count. If it meets the requirements, then you got that. It will rewrite a lot of excessive things, but is it still readable? Yes, it's still readable. Amazing, right? ChatGPT is now the modern technology for writers who want to automate certain stuff. So yeah, remember the ones that I talked about, like the cover, the synopsis, and the title, and the first chapter, for actually hooking your readers. Catfishing, remember the stream that I did a while back? Yeah, this is going to be a lot easier. You don't have to know what a good title is. You only need to make sure that the cover is good, because ChatGPT will come up with a title for you, kind of. You can either take this or modify this, but either ways it will be related to it. And you can actually do extended searches. Give me similar titles for, and then copy and paste 1,000 dawns, and then you give the general idea on what the story is like to ChatGPT. They will give you the title, and then you just gotta choose. Literally, it's that simple. Alright, so let's take a look. This is AI generated, alright? All marketing is done based on trending results of bestsellers. That is why if you want to write a book that sells, okay, not necessarily enjoy reading or writing, but sells, ChatGPT is your girl or guy. I don't know, AIs don't have genders. Right, so it's 1,000 dawns, the outline, okay? So they give you like different like parts and arcs of this story over here. Can you see 120,000? They're assuming that each arc is going to be about 10,000 words. So there is a total of 12 here. About 12 arcs. Can you see that? They paste it out for you. So if you don't know anything about writing and pacing out a story, this is it for you. ChatGPT does all these for you. Introduction, setting the stage, an unlikely friendship, delving into memories, ties to the past, the Council of Immortals, love rekindled, discovering mortality, embracing the present, the choice, and epilogue. So this is like a love story kind of thing. But if you don't really want a love story thing, like for here I write slice of life genre, you can say no romance genre, or you can say action genre without romance. It will change accordingly. So take a look, it's fleshed out including all these things. You can design it by yourself. What a ChatGPT has this limitations, right? It's not great at coming out with original content. Hear me out again. It is not great at coming out with original content, meaning they won't have fresh inputs of ideas like what if SpongeBob entered the story. No. ChatGPT doesn't have that creative freedom to decide these things. What it does well is it takes the entire internet and analyzes what is written there, and then it summarizes it into data to give it to you in an easy to digest manner of what works best according to market trends and what is popular, which is why I say again, it is good for outlining books that sell. Not necessarily great to read or write, not necessarily fun, not necessarily touching or whatsoever, okay? Not necessarily exciting, but it will sell, because all these things that you see over here are literally what top selling books look like. Check this out. An unlikely friendship, an encounter from someone who is moved to town. Doesn't this sound like something from a romance film that won the Grammys? It's always this case, right? Someone new moved to town, aka Twilight. Has that not happened? It has happened, right? And then they try to form an unexpected friendship. They are drawn to the bad boys, aura, and artistic talents. This is like so cliche, right? Look, if you put all these things together, it's sure to sell, because why? It has always been selling. That's why it's the way to go about doing things easily if you want it to sell. Alright, and then like moving back and then exploring, delving into memories. This part over here is a character development. Ties to the present is a romance development. Council of Immortals is actually the climax to a story. as well as the resistance towards this, to make people feel like, oh, I'm gonna root for these characters because, you know, they are like, you know, I just want my characters to be together and to, like, you know, introduce some villains into the story. This actually happens in Twilight as well, didn't it? Love rekindled, and then yeah, and then it's like the introduction to the home wrecker and stuff like that. Isn't this always happening? Take a look at all these things. And then when they choose the happy ending and stuff like that, ta-da! And this is your story. So they even summarized it for you over here. Look at this. Thousand Dawns is a tale rediscovering the beauty of life in all its ordinary moments. This entire thing, you just copy, paste it, put it in a synopsis, ta-da! Don't have to do a thing. Just gotta write based on this. Isn't that simple? It's so useful, right? So for example, I don't want this to be, okay? So I'm gonna say something like this. Draft a novel outline for 120,000 words about an immortal cultivator with no romance side plots. Alright, maybe they don't know cultivator. I have no idea. But they do! Oh my god, they do! They actually do! They updated this! They do! Oh my god, look, ChatGPT is amazing. So, Eternal Mastery. Look at this! Ta-da! No romance side plots. And they're gonna plan everything exactly for you. They're still typing. Wow. Ta-da! And then, this entire thing is the synopsis of what they've said. Eternal Mastery is an epic tale of self-discovery, perseverance, and the pursuit of enlightenment as an immortal cultivator. The absence of romance allows the novel to delve deeply into the themes of immortality, wisdom, and enduring legacy of a master cultivator. Readers will be enthralled by the intricate cultivation system, epic battles. Cultivation system, look at it! Cultivation system! They know how to sell a web novel! I'm thrilled. Epic battles and the profound philosophical questions raised throughout the story. You can modify this to actually write in a way that would sell better rather than saying the readers, okay? You can rephrase this. You can even copy this and tell them to rewrite a synopsis, alright? Let's take a look at the arc. So I said no romance, remember? So we have an introduction, we have flashbacks to origin, we have rise to prominence, we have the price of immortality. This is the conflict over here. The mentorship and the legacy, the inner struggles, the ancient prophecy, unraveling secrets, the last battle, redemption and closure, plus the epilogue. So yeah, this is like an entire web novel but summarized for you to write out yourself. Isn't it simple? So for example, you want eternal life, okay? So I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna like even copy this prompt, alright? And I'm gonna give it even more stuff, alright? Okay, about eternal life. Okay, an undead character, an undead, let's say a zombie with eternal life in the post-apocalyptic world that humans are extinct. Trying to reintroduce life to the planet. Ta-da! Okay, that's a very difficult task. See here? So I want a few things, okay? An undead zombie, eternal life, post-apocalyptic world that humans are extinct. So I gave it the character, I gave it the theme, I gave it the world setting, and I gave it a plot design. So his main purpose is to reintroduce life to the planets. Let's see how ChatGPT actually takes this. So we have here a 120 word outline. It's about 12. Yeah, it's about there. So this is the synopsis. Let's take a look. Requiem of the Forgotten is a poignant post-apocalyptic tale that explores themes of life, death, and enduring legacy of humanity through Elysian's unique perspective. As an undead zombie, Elysian is the name of the character that they've chosen, readers will enjoy with him as he seeks to reintroduce life to a world that has lost its vibrancy and hope. Sounds good! The novel's powerful narrative highlights the importance of cherishing life and learning from the past to shape a better future. Look at this! It's so wholesome! You don't have to change anything if you don't want to. And then let's take a look at the arc right now, alright? We have introduction, we have a sentient existence, we have rediscovering the past. Can you see how similar this is to the above? Can you see how similar that is, alright? But this is how regular best-selling books pace their books, alright? An unlikely encounter. The mission, navigating the world, reawakening life. Okay, this is like sci-fi already. The loneliness of immortality, a glimmer of hope, the legacy of humanity. The cycle continues, and an epilogue. Look at this, beautifully written. It's something that you see in all those blockbuster movies. You don't even have to think about it. You just need to, I like this, I'm gonna take this, borrow this, change this, and actually make it what I want. So for example, if I find the word Elysian over here, the name too difficult to type, I'm just gonna use Compass Carburetor, okay? Something like what Venus would have done. But this is great, okay? It depends on what you want to see, what you want to try writing. The genres don't really matter in here, so you just need to write something that is eternal life. Have fun with it, alright? Don't limit yourself. You can even write even more things in the prompt. For example, I'm not happy with this. Okay, design a plot trying to introduce life to the planet. At the end of the story, the zombies can repopulate the world. Okay, I'm gonna change this and see what ChatGPT does. So they also change the name and stuff like that. It is all random generated, okay, RNG. There may be a chance of conflict with another person using this ChatGPT, so I would always advise that you modify this and not copy it exactly. But here's what it's going to look like right now. So you have the same, you have introduction, awakening of purpose, rediscovering knowledge, the seed of hope, revival ritual, gathering allies, revival process, inner struggles, finding balance, threats and sacrifices, Aeon's redemption, the new world, and epilogue. Take a look at all this. It is so well written that you can just continue adding things, and if you want, you can even change, not 120,000, you can even write 200,000 words, alright? They will give you even more things in there and explore upon that. Take a look at this, okay? So this is how you use the basic to outline a novel draft that you want, okay? So for example, like this. Oh noes. Oh noes. Okay, I don't want that. I wanted this. Okay? But I don't want this anymore. I want 200,000. Right? Give me 200,000. And also at the end of the world, at the end of the story, zombies can repopulate the world. The eternal life zombie dies as a god. Okay, so it's even more dramatic right now. But Webnovel will do, not Webnovel, ChatGPT will deliver. Right, so we have similar things. Introduction, awakening of purpose, ancient prophecy, seed of redemption, gathering allies. Can you see it's reusing that but adding more stuff because it's 200k words now. Okay, inner struggles and redemption, trials and sacrifice, seeds of power unleashed, ascension to God because I added that God at the end, ultimate sacrifice, the zombies reckoning, farewell and legacy, and epilogue. Take a look at this. They literally lengthen it to anything that is 200,000 words and above that you can write. The Immortal Reckoning is an epic tale of redemption, sacrifice, and transformation that spans the desolate landscape of a post-apocalyptic world to Lazarus' journey as an undead zombie with eternal life. Readers will witness the revival of life on Earth, and the evolution of undead from mindless zombies to sentient beings. The novel offers a captive narrative that explores the complexities of life and death and the enduring legacy of a godlike figure who selflessly sacrifices eternal existence to restore life to a desolate world. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at how beautiful this is, and tell me you won't actually read a book that's written like that. Because honestly, it's really hard. It's so good that you hardly can fuck up. Really, really. Okay, say you don't know how to write this part, okay? Say you don't know how to write this part. Okay, so you can say expand on the, okay, let me see, expand the draft outline on the inner struggles and redemption point from above, and ChatGPT will do that. Yeah, so they expanded this. Ta-da! Can you take a look at this? This inner struggles and redemption was actually not the first point. It was point 7 over here. Right? They only gave 2 points initially. Along the journey, Lazarus faces internal conflicts and wrestles with the consequence of his undead existence. As the group encounters remnants of human civilization, Lazarus finds solace in the memories of humanity and seeks redemption of his undead nature. Alright? And then when I say expand, wow, take a look at this. Ta-darn. They expanded a lot of things and they're still typing. Look at that. Right, so if this over here that you see, the first outline, is actually the level 1 outline that I talked about, right? This over here is going to be the level 2 outline that I talked about. This is the arc outline. This is the book outline. Can you see? So after you have the book outline, do the arc outline. You can do it for every single one of these. Copy and paste it in a document so that you don't lose it. And then the third level of outline is by per chapter. That is for you to decide. I would say it's a good practice to write either 1 to 3 points in one chapter. For example, in here, Lazarus and his fellowship progress on the quest. He grapples with deep-seated inner struggles that intensify with each step. Okay, this one you can combine with the next one. Major struggle of his guilt over his undead existence and the fear that his nature may hinder the revival process, and then he questions whether he's worthy of it. So before he goes on the journey, this part over here is one entire chapter. It's about 2,000 words if you know how to write without telling. So show without tell. It's a very common advice, but yes, you need to practice that. Not Webnovel. ChatGPT is unable to do that, as I can, like, you know, which one is safe? Which one is safe? Yeah, none of these are safe. None of these are safe. These are actually spoilers of my works. Please don't do. Please don't expect. Okay, like for example, right. If you want ChatGPT to write you an example, okay, I'm gonna show you what its limitations are. For example, I want these 3, right? Write a 2,000 word chapter outline with the following. Why can't I make it a okay, never mind. This works too. Right, I will make it point form normally. So yeah, 2,000 word chapter. So this is the chapter outline. This is the level 3 outline that I normally talk about. So ChatGPT is doing it for you. I say 2,000 words. What are you giving me? ChatGPT. Yeah, it's a little bit wonky, but you get the clue. I say 2,000 words. Why are you doing this by chapter? Oh my god. Okay, it doesn't really run by that. But I have no problems with it. I have no problems with this. They are pacing out every chapter for you. So yeah, you can literally copy paste if you don't want to change anything in here. It works as well. See this? Okay. See this? Okay, let me see. Write out chapter 4 within 2,000 words with at least words. Okay, let's see if it can write. Yeah, it does. Okay, look at this. It even titles the chapter for you. How nice. So yeah, this is literally what ChatGPT does. It writes it out for you, but take a look at this. It's very lifeless. I'll say it's very lifeless. Okay, so I will read this chapter and we will judge what I mean by lifeless. Alright, so imagine you've written like a few chapters and this is the one that you're doing right now. Lazarus and his fellowship continue their arduous journey, traversing the decaying remnants of human civilization. Among the ruins of towering skyscrapers and crumbling infrastructure, they discovered scattered relics of humanity's past glory. The echoes of the past resonated within Lazarus in stirring emotions he had long thought buried beneath his undead facade. Okay, look here. This part here, descriptive, is great. Okay, this part here is telling, is not so great. If you truly want to immerse a writer, I would say rewrite this in a deep POV to showcase Lazarus as a writer. This as a character, I mean. There is nothing wrong with it, but it would be better to rewrite this. Don't just say it stirred emotions. How did it stir emotions? We want to see the reactions over here. That's why I say it's dead. It's not quite coming out. Alright, so yeah, throughout this whole thing, it's kind of like this. Look, they even have like a side character. Okay, previously they didn't have these. Now they do, right? So you can copy, you can paste, you can modify as well, right? For example, say you don't like the writing style of this. He knew the revival of, and you never continued. Okay, so this is what it looks like, right? And then say you don't like this. Okay, I can say this: rewrite chapter 4. Okay, let me just copy this and see if it's 1500 words. Hold on. Okay, opening a Word document just to see the word count. It's not 1500, it's actually 1200 words. Right, so Webnovel, not Webnovel. ChatGPT doesn't actually do 1500, it's actually 1200. So please always check the length of it. But yeah, so for example, I don't like this, okay? Rewrite chapter 4 with 2000 words, but make Lazarus a funny character in the writing style of Roald Dahl. How do I spell Roald Dahl? I'm sorry. Roald Dahl. Okay. So they would use British English and they would try and imitate Roald Dahl's writing style. I can't copy this. Why? What's wrong? In the style of Roald Dahl. Alright, so they are rewriting this now. Can you see this is definitely Roald Dahl? This is definitely Roald Dahl. Now my dear readers, let me tell you, Lazarus was... There is a fourth wall in here. Interesting, isn't it? So this is one way you can use ChatGPT as well. Let's see what star is this. Oh, pages whole, he declared, his voice a tad hollow, but undoubtedly full of enthusiasm. This is definitely Roald Dahl. It's like sarcasm, it's very sarcastic, it's very dry humor. So yeah, so these are the things that happen, and there are more of these show. There's more show in here, which honestly, if you find this great and you don't think that you'll be copyright striked, yeah, feel free to just copy and paste it in here, but only do that after checking the word count, because honestly, this doesn't look like a 2000 word thing. Okay, I'm gonna check. It is not a 2000 word thing. Okay, it is 1000. It's worse, right? It's worse, right? Okay, my Word document stopped counting. It's about 3 pages, so yeah. Hold on, my Word document, why? Okay, let me just go to view. No view. Where is review? No, insert, page layout, references, mailing. No, it's even worse. Okay, it's not 2000, it's worse. It's 1035 words now. But yeah, rewritten in the style of Roald Dahl. So if you cannot, okay, and Webnovel doesn't give you more, you have to write some in yourself. Somewhere. You have to insert it by yourself, right? But this is how you can use ChatGPT. Excuse me, don't save. Okay, please close my Word document. Right, so this is for Eternal Life. Right now, okay, we're gonna take a look at romance. I did this one, alright? So previously I did this. So I said draft an outline for 120k words as well. So it's between a tomboy and a rich emotionless man, right? So they learn about each other's differences and they made the marriage work. So word count approximately 120,000. So it's called The Unlikely Harmony, and it's a contemporary romance. So there is also here, they have given you the arcs so that it's easier. Act 1. We have introduction, reluctant agreement, clashing personalities, reluctant interactions. Act 2. This is the development phase of change, unforeseen circumstances that pull them closer, shared interest. This is a turning point, breaking down barriers. This is character and chemistry development, emotional breakthrough. This is like the real highlight of things start working out. Act 3. When they actually pull the people together to create this romance part. So the first 2 arcs is actually the build-up. Act 3 is where the romance starts, navigating together, confronting traditions, finding their own path, a new beginning and stuff like that. Okay, can you see this? So it's not as detailed as the previous one with the Eternal Life and Vampire thing, but it is still good. So this serves as an outline, it can be modified and whatever. Okay, so this part here is great. Now I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna do contract marriage of difference. Okay, contract marriage. Okay, arranged marriage, about an arranged marriage between Okay, so I'm gonna write something like this, a cliche one. So there's gonna be a child. Ta-da! So they literally gave this marriage of fate. And they gave you all the background. Look at this. This is the background of the characters themselves within introduction. So if you have troubles with character creations and you don't know what to put in, ChatGPT does this for you. It's so cliche, but almost everybody could be like, yeah, we see where this is coming. So if you just write that out, it'll be great. Right, so this is the proposal, the introduction, entering the unknown, ties that bind. Act 2, beneath the surface, what kind of person they are, the spark of connection, the revelation, and then they, you know, they became pregnant, they start a family. But even with this, right, you see the man over here, he's like yeah, I'm falling in love. So these are the things that really sell with the ladies. You know, you gotta write this in. If you can write this in, that would be great. If you can't, then just go back to the eternal life one. That's more fun. Bonds strengthened, and then breaking free, and then building trust, a new chapter, dang 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 dang. Okay, and then I want to say expand the above with more child raising scenes that are cute. See, and then they rewrite it. Ta-da! So there's parenthood added in. So if you really want to, like, you know, lengthen your novel, that is one good way to do so. So you find like, oh, you know, I wrote it, it's only at 100,000 words, I still need about 100,000 more words, and then you can move on to parenting arc. Ta-da! Look at how long this has become now. It's still going. It's still going. Milestones and stuff like that, and yeah, you know. Look at this. So long. Definitely another 100,000 words over here. Child raising. That's so sweet. Right? So another one about contract marriage, let's say. Okay, I will copy the above. Okay. Let's say I don't want 120,000 words. Say I'm ambitious. I want 250,000 words. About an arranged marriage between two mafia family. Between two mafia families who had been enemies for a long time. And then ChatGPT will do this. Ta-da! So yeah, this is like the enemies to lovers. Oh, I remember last week it was enemies to lovers. I think it was enemies to lovers, not last week, last month. My god, I'm so tired, I'm on crack right now. It feels like my brain is on crack right now. So yeah, you have this regular stuff. Introduction, unwilling union, dangerous courtship. Yeah, this is the one that really gets spicy, you know? You can like really take this up a notch. Wow, if you know how to write that, it's really good. Right, breaking down barriers, the same thing. You can actually ask ChatGPT to expand this for every chapter. Alright, Act 2, forbidden affections, a common enemy. See, you need a driving force to actually pull people together in romance. That is the difficulty if you're writing romance and you've never written before. You gotta write from two perspectives and bring them together. So a shared passion, the truth is unraveled, and then there's like forgiveness and all these kind of things whereby they just start becoming not so much of at each other's throat, but at each other's hips. Right, and then a risky alliance, love in the crossfire. Take a look at this, and then sacrifice and redemption, and then the final showdown, and then there's like a new beginning, a love forged in fire, and stuff like that. Okay, and then if I like this, I say, okay, write a mysterious and action-packed synopsis for the above story. See? And then they give you this. So yeah, this is Ties of Vengeance, alright? And then they give you stuff like that. Veils of Shadows. They changed it, but anyways, you can change it to whatever you want. Ta-da! And then the synopsis is so long, but you can just copy and paste because it kind of sounds correct. It's almost similar to the one above. And if you don't like, say, give me 10 alternative titles for this outline. And then they will give you all this. Ta-da! And you can just pick anyone that you want. These are all highly searched words when it comes to mafia romance genres or enemies to lovers. As you can see, so they have feud, they have blood, they have shadows, desire, enmity, tangled, hidden blades, they have triced, underworld, Yeah, they have clandestine, they have veiled alliance, they have vendetta, they have vengeance. These are all highly searched SEOs. When it comes to stories of this kind, you can just mix and match, put this in anything that you like for this. Understood? That's all, man. Any questions so far? Not web novel, ChatGPT. Oh my god, I keep saying web novel. Web novels WPC, but ChatGPT is WPC prompt. Okay, I can even say expand the outline into how many? I say 200 chapters, and you can see. Ta-da! So they actually gave you a breakdown of the rough outline with the pacing of it. Can you see this? So they say from this chapter to this chapter, what must you do? From this chapter to this chapter, what must you do? And it's ta-da! So it's a rough guide, so it can be adjusted. Ta-da! Take a look at this. So if you don't know how to write a web novel for the very first time, you actually have writing guides here from ChatGPT, alright? And then you can say, okay, maybe I don't know how to do this. Okay, write. Okay. Write chapter 1 in 1,500 words about the arranged marriage introduction, and then they would do that. Ta-da! They even gave like the title over here that's very fitting. So yes, this is what web novel can do. What web novel, not web novel, ChatGPT can do. What ChatGPT can't do is provide you with original ideas that you really want to include by yourself. It is improved from the very last time that I checked this. How many months ago was that? Yeah, they had an upgrade. I think ChatGPT has an upgrade. That's why it's much better right now. Right, but it's not to say that it's perfect. Alright, it is not perfect. You still gotta write in with a style that is yours, because currently it is, you know, it doesn't quite have a style. It's machine generated, it's AI generated, so yeah. It does have all these now, but it doesn't have to be like that. You can input a lot in this thing, right? I don't think this is 1,500 words. It's definitely less than 1,500 words. So you gotta, like, you know, zoom in and see if you like something, like read it. In the heart of sprawling city where shadows dance dimly on light, dimly lit streets, whispers of danger linger in the air. Two powerful families, the somethings and the somethings, reign over their respective territories with an iron fist. For decades they have been locked in a relentless bitter feud, each vying for control, seeking vengeance for past slights, and forever intertwined in a cycle of violence and retribution. So yeah, and then you can even write and expand on this here, like say, the people cowered in fear whenever they saw the black cars pass. Everyone knew that it belongs to the mafia boss of so-and-so, and today it was no exception. It was a gloomy day and he was, yeah. You can write it yourself in to actually lengthen this into 1,500 words. But that has to be done manually, because ChatGPT will not be doing it for you. But yes, it saves you time if you know what you're doing. That's all from me today. I hope this has been helpful, because honestly it was really fun just playing around with AI bots to see what it can write. Yeah, not to say that I'm always happy with what the AI has generated, but it is not bad. It is not bad for something like, you know, if I have a craving and I'm like, oh, I wish I had a fan fiction of so and so and so and so, and then I just want to read something but it's not written yet. I may or may not have gone to ChatGPT to ask it to be my personal fanfiction writer. It's not the best, but it's there, you know? At least it's there. I hope this actually helps you guys. I hope this has been very helpful and useful. If you want to know more, please check out my e-course first before leaving comments or coming to my Instagram or my Discord to ask me questions. I will get mad at you if you have not checked out all my blogs and previous streams and you ask the same questions that people have already been asking for like the longest times, alright? But without further ado, I am so tired. Today's weather has been so freaking hot. I don't understand, but I think it's global warming at its worst. So yes, I will be taking my leave, and I have to prepare for the second channel stream tomorrow. Yes, it's very early. It's like 9:30 a.m. I need to get out and prepare before that. But yes, please wish me luck on my Valorant daily streams for the month of August in itself. I am very tired. I am very tired, but I'm still writing. So yeah, if you would like to catch me, please catch me on my second channel. I'll be there more. This may be the only stream for this month because I am so busy. I managed to squeeze this in. I don't know how I managed to squeeze this in, but I'm glad I managed to do this before I ran out of time. Alright, so that's all from me today. I'll see you guys when I do see you guys again. No promises, alright? Please don't wait for me, alright? If you have anything, please help yourself first. Don't wait for me to come and help you. Help yourself first. That's all from me. I'll see you guys again. Bye-bye!